Characters of normal boots and hidden block are inspired by personas in real-life normal boots and hidden block groups of YouTubers created by permission. Despite this, the characters in original fan-made creation heavily fictionalized. Nothing contained should be here and should be a reflection of actual. Too fast. And hello. I could have made it through without you. Here, take my hand and don't let go. Don't forget, I'll always come help you when you need me. I've seen enough. You can't be representing us like this. You captivate me, Hannah. No, the Hannah I know would never hurt anyone. You don't understand. We need to level us out. You're my best friend, Hannah. Oh, creepy. Swimsuit scene. Of course there is. Not the cookies. Oh. Oh. Giggle.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
Yay! Alright, hold on. I want to check something real fast. And welcome back. I'm your host, sensei-pong, and today we're playing Asagao Academy, or I like to call Asagao Academy. That joke was cheesy. Okay, I've been waiting like almost like a half year just to pull that joke. Anyways, point... I know it's been... Yeah, no, I thought of it like 6 months ago. Anyways, so if you don't know what this game is, it is a fan-made otome dating sim where you play the role of girl Hana, who goes into a new high school, and since it is a dating sim, there's bachelors and all the popular boys and what have you can date, and the catch is they're all part of the Normal Boots crew, which includes YouTubers John Tron, Peanut Butter Gamer, I'm brain farting, The Completionist, Shane from Did You Know Gaming, Satch Bag, I should have written this down, I feel like, B-A-G, so I could name them all off, John Tron, Pro Jared, that's who I was forgetting for some reason. The music is thrown. So PBG, John Tron, Pro Jared, Satch Bag, the Continue guys, Shane from Did You Know Gaming, oh my gosh, The Completionist, Gerard. So anywho, this game is available for free on itch.io, and I will leave a link down below in the description. There are 7 full routes you can take, 2 hidden secret endings, 43 endings in total, 32 CGs, I'm not exactly sure what that means, I'm assuming that means possibly computer graphics, 16 original songs, 340,000 words, and a completion bonus, because why wouldn't you have that if you have the completionist in your game? That'd be silly if you didn't. Yeah. I was originally going to do like a full Let's Play of this, but now that I know that there's 43 different endings, this might turn into a really long series if I do it. But, you know what, let's go ahead and jump in, because that's what you're here for. Chapter 1. There is also a little bit of voice acting in here, which is pretty cool. The train made its way along the gentle curve of the coast of Japan, whisking me farther and farther from home. And there goes my phone. Across from me sat a boy, half buried in a newspaper. He was deeply entranced in whatever article he was reading and hadn't spoken a single word to me, even when I asked if I could join him in the last compartment with any available space. He shrugged, nodded, and adjusted his newspaper without ever making eye contact. It had been almost an hour, in fact, and he hadn't once looked at me. Oh. Devoid of conversation, I took instead of counting the buttons on the pretentiously lush carmine seat cushions. 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, and so forth, over and over. Now and again I turned to look out the window where the trees were blurring by. Sometimes the smeared green would break and reveal the quiet blue of the Sea of Japan. There we go. Eventually this rapidity made my stomach churn, and I went back to counting the buttons on the seat cushions. 1, 2, 3. Oh, click. Ah! The train compartment shuddered around us. My eyes wandered to the boy and his jacket. It wasn't the school-issued blue that I and the other students on the train were wearing. Instead, it was a green, varsity-like jacket with an embroidered patch poorly sewn on front. Oh, sparkles. So yeah, if you don't recognize any of the names that are in this, there are cameos from the Hidden Block crew, which is also another group of YouTubers, and like I said, they're all YouTubers, so you can look them up. I recommend looking all of them up because they are actually all pretty funny and great at what they do. They all pretty much do slightly different things, but like if you like Let's Plays, go check out the Continue guys. If you like reviews, go check out like PBG or Pro Jared, Balrog, or Kedicris. How do I do a Pro Jared voice? Oh crap. So, you're a first year then? He folded his... That doesn't sound anything like Pro Jared. That's my terrible Pro Jared impersonation. He folded his newspaper neatly, set it in his lap, and looked at me with a half-interested gaze. Did he just catch me staring? Now that the newspaper was gone, I saw his face. He watched me through heavy-lidded eyes. His hair was immaculately groomed. His teeth straight and blindingly bright. There was something about him, the way the light hit him, that made him look like he was almost sparkling that Pro Jared goodness. Me? That's actually his voice. He glanced around the compartment empty besides us, and laughed. Oh, no, I'm not a first year, I'm a third year. The train began to slow, metal wheels groaning against the metal tracks. The sudden shift threatened to rob me of whatever was left in my stomach, but I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, willing myself to keep it together. What kind of impression would I leave? Puking on a student before I even arrived at the academy? The boy frowned. I picked at the hem of my cotton skirt. That's not possible. I've never seen you before. Okay, I'm just going to try to make up voices for the Normal Boots cast. And any other character, because I can't. I don't know if I can really... I might be able to do a space hamster. I'll try to be British for Caddy, if he shows up in this route that I'm doing. It took me a moment of mouth fishing to find a response. It's because I'm a transfer student? He laughed again. A transfer student, huh? We don't get many of those. I removed my acceptance letter from the front pocket of my uniform. The paper, heavyweight off-white, had accumulated creases from my reading and rereading, as if the words might have changed since the last time I read it. Oh, by the way, if anybody's interested and knows their visual novels, this was made with a Ren'Py. It's a visual novel. I could leave a link down in the description below. Go check it out. I believe it's free. The boy took it, studied it, then handed it back to me.
I'll see you around.
Well then, Hannah, I suppose I'll be seeing you around. I'm gonna try to, copy his voice close as I can. He smiled at me as he picked up the suitcase lying next to him. By the time I hiccuped a response, he was already gone from the compartment. I stared out into the empty hallway of the train. It was then that I realized he, having gotten it from my acceptance letter, knew my name, and I never got his. Oh, I wonder what his name is. That handsome, dashing man candy. The train settled at the station, and I filled out with the rest of the young, uniformed, I almost said uninformed, uniformed students. It was early April, and the last frost of winter had come and gone. The trees were already green, their leaves shivering in the occasional gust weaving through them. The air was mild, only a few clouds hanging in the sky. I walked along the road with a swarm of blue-jacketed bodies, looking at the little groups breaking off from the crowd. Everyone was buzzing so animatedly around me. I held my suitcase tight in my sweaty hands. It was leather-bound and worth more than anything it contained. It wasn't far to the school, and I was, for maybe the first time in my life, thankful that what I owned didn't amount to much. My school-issued black Oxfords clicked on the pavement. I walked this walk over and over in my mind. So many nights I lay awake, imagining what it would be like to walk from the train station to Asagao Academy this first time. My new start. I always imagined that everything would change for me on this walk, that somehow everything would be magically different. But as I looked around, I realized nothing had changed. I hadn't changed. By the time I reached the massive gate to the academy, I forgot all about the disappointment slouching in the back of my throat. The school, framed by the gate's twisting black metal, was just as beautiful as the glossy photos I saw in its pamphlets. This was it. Asagao Academy. I glanced around. The swarm of students gathered around the gate. Beyond it, tiny blue people bounced around the academy's main building. A girl pressed a button to the side of the gate. The excitement in the air was almost palpable. A few moments later, the black gate, with great effort, creaked outwards and cleared the pathway. As the rest of the group shifted in motion, I followed along, a sheep in the herd. My stomach tied itself into knots. The crowd split off in different directions. For a moment, I panicked. A tired-looking man with graying hair called out for the first years, a cluster of fresh-faced students gathering around him.
Hey, look at that girl!
I turned. A few feet away, a small group of boys were pointing at me and snickering.
Pink hair, are you kidding me? How desperate can you get?
Hot shame crawled down my neck. Oh, I attached myself to a group of girls, following a few steps behind me. In the distance, cicadas hummed in time to my shoes crunching against the gravel. My hair. It wasn't my fault that my hair looked like this. It was a nuclear accident, and now, luckily, I found myself at the girls' dorm. I was trying to think of something funny. A large sign in the lawn reading Primrose House. I failed. The building dwarfed me in size and sheer intimidation. How many students did Asagao have? As I approached the building, a red-headed girl lingering nearby caught my attention. And who is this? And I think this might actually be a good point to cut off the first bit, even though, I haven't really gone through the entire intro. We're going to try to keep these nice and short and nice little snippets. And as I was reading, I was thinking to myself, hey, actually, why don't I just link all the YouTube channels of Normal Boots and Hidden Block in this anyways. And if there's any other random cameos, I might throw them in as well. So, it'll link to their YouTube channels and their websites. So if you're interested in them, go check them out. I wholeheartedly actually recommend all of them. They're pretty good. I'm trying to think of a way to end this. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. We'll see how this goes. If I die, I fail my Going Commando Hardcore Challenge. I don't think I'm going to be dying in this game at any point unless, for some reason this story gets really dark really fast. We don't know. We'll have to see. Until next time, I should be posting these pretty regularly. sensei-pong signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hold up. Save screen. This is kind of funny. Dear Diary, today's day I finally go to Asagao Academy. I couldn't sleep at all last night. When Dad dropped me off at the train station, he held my hand and stroked my hair. "You look like your mother did," he said, but he didn't elaborate. I miss Mom. I miss Dad. But hopefully, this will be my fresh start. Tournament points, 0. Day 1. Can I... Oh, save button is like literally right here. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Shabam.